Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Crochet Creations by Cam. My name is Cam, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to crochet a sprout bookmark just like the ones that I sell on my website and at my craft markets. So, this will be based partly on the tutorial that I did previously last week, where I taught you how to crochet a leaf. And that's how we're going to start. So, my slip knot before I hold my yarn. So, to make a slip knot, you're going to kind of fold one end of your yarn over. I like to have my yarn tail on the right side. Then you're going to cross it over, working end of your yarn. I put 2 fingers through that loop, and I grab my working yarn between these 2 fingers, and I grab another part of the tail, hold it together, and then you just pull. Stick your hook through, grab the short end of your yarn, the tail, and pull until it fits on your loop, tight, but enough so that you can still insert your hook in and out with relative ease. So, now that we have our slip knot, we're going to hold our yarn, and we're going to chain 8. Okay, now that we've chained 8, we're going to go into the second stitch from our hook, the second chain. So, the one on our hook does not count as a stitch. This is the first one, we're going to skip that. We're going to go into the second one, go through just one of the 2 loops on there, one half of the V, and we're going to pull up a loop, and pull through both of those loops to do a single crochet. Next we're going to go yarn over and go into the next stitch to do a half double crochet. So pull up a loop and then pull through all 3. And our next one we're going to do a double crochet, so yarn over, insert your hook, pull through 2, and pull through 2 again. And the next one we're doing a treble crochet, yarn over twice and insert into the loop, and then yarn over and pull through 2 3 times until you only have 1 loop left on your hook. So we just kind of increase the sizes of our stitch going towards the middle of our chain. Now we're going to reverse. So once we've done our treble crochet, we're going to do another double crochet, a half double crochet, and finally, in this very last one, we're going to do a single crochet. So that is the first half of our leaf. I'm just gonna tug on our ends to kind of make that last stitch a little bit tighter. And now I'm going to turn my work clockwise. I'm just going to slip stitch just to make this end kind of neater. And now we're working into the other half of our original chain. Now in that same stitch, we're going to do our single crochet. If it's kind of stretched out like this, you can pull your yarn tail again to tighten that up. In our next half stitch, kind of, we're going to do a half double crochet. So again, just the reverse of what we did on our first side. Next stitch, we're going to do double crochet, treble crochet. Make sure you yarn over twice, and all you have to remember is to pull through 2 at a time. Okay, now double crochet, half double crochet, and a single crochet. And then I just like to once again slip stitch into the very end here, and that kind of helps to make more of a point on your leaf. Okay, so we have the first leaf for our little sprout. Now we're going to make the stem, so kind of the part that goes in your book for the bookmark. So it's kind of up to you how long you want your chain to be. So I'm just gonna kind of chain until it feels like a good length for a bookmark. I make mine all different sizes because I want them to be able to fit, different size books. So I kind of just chain off vibes, if that makes sense, but if you have like a standard book size you want to make yours too, just count your chains and compare it against your book. I'll do like 2 more. I kind of like it when my bookmarks stick out of the bottom too, so that's why I'm making mine a little bit longer. This isn't too long, it's kind of for a short book, but it works. So, now, again, we're going to skip the first chain from our hook, and then we're just going to slip stitch all the way down. I'm actually going to do it into the back bumps. So I'll zoom in to show you crocheting into the back bumps. So here's, the front of your chain. You're going to turn it. And if you can see, there's these little bumps right here. So here's the first chain from my hook. The second one is where we're going to crochet into. So this right here is the back bump. It's a little bit hard to work your hook into, especially the first couple stitches, but once you get used to it, it goes a little bit quicker. So I just kind of use my finger to help work it in there. So now I'm just going to slip stitch in every single back bump all the way down my chain. And it is easier to crochet in the back bumps if you crochet your chain a little looser. But I tend to have a lot of tension when I'm crocheting, so I make it hard for myself. But we're just going to go all the way down into every single chain stitch until we get back up to our leaf. You can also choose to single crochet down the chain if you'd like. And again, you can choose between crocheting through the back bumps and crocheting through the back loops of the chain stitches. It's up to you. I just think crocheting the back bumps looks better. Kind of has a cleaner edge to it on the bottom. So that's why I do the back bumps, but it's totally up to you. Okay, here's our last chain before we get to our sprout. Now, what we're going to do next is crochet the second leaf for our sprout. You can see this is actually a really short stem, but every book's a different length, so it's good to have some shorter ones. Orient myself here. Make sure that your, leaves aren't twisted, they're facing the same direction. going to once again chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to do the exact same thing that you did with this first sprout here. So skip the first chain from your hook, and then the back loop only, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, treble, yarn over twice for the treble, double, half double, and then in the last one you're going to do a single crochet. Now before we go and crochet the other side of our sprout, we want to kind of connect them, make them look a little less far apart. So we're going to slip stitch and do it here. And then you're actually going to chain 2 before you slip stitch into the bottom half. It connects it like that. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, treble crochet, half double crochet, oh, excuse me, double crochet, now half double crochet, and then single crochet. And slip stitch. So, we have a lovely little sprout. And then all you have to do from here is cut off your yarn. Let me find my yarn scissors. They're in my blob bucket. And weave in your ends. So you can just pull your loop all the way out. Don't need your crochet hook anymore. And then for things like this, or for this, when I'm weaving in my end, I just want to make sure that the way that I do it also helps me kind of connect the two sides of my sprout together. Just to make sure it's not too floppy. So first I'm going to do kind of an invisible fasten off. I'm going to go into the next stitch, do both loops, and then back through where the yarn came out of, just one loop. And that kind of makes the end look more seamless. And I'm going to push my yarn to the back. I'm going to leave in my ends as clean as possible. These do kind of have a lot of gaps, as you can see, when you pull them tight. So you just gotta be careful about how you're weaving in your yarn. Most crocheters can agree that their least favorite thing about crocheting is probably weaving in their ends. And I am one of them. I am most crocheters. It is a necessary evil unless you're fine with your project just completely coming apart. So, now that I'm over into the other sprout, I'm just going to tie this off just to make sure it's extra secure. So how I do that is I basically like untwist the yarn. You know, most is 4 strands. And then I use my yarn needle to separate it and split it in half. Just run it all the way up. I have 2 strands in either hand, and then I just tie a little double knot and pull it nice and tight. Not too tight though, because then it'll kind of cinch. Like, see that? So if I pull it a little too tight, I just tug on my piece until it's not cinched anymore. Second knot. This one you can pull nice and tight. And then I snip off my ends as close as I can get. And to hide this little knot here, I'm just gonna, it's already barely there, but kind of massage it in a way and wiggle my piece around so you can't really see it. You can't see it from the front at all. Now, this end, since it's got the slip knot, it's already, you know, decently secure, but just to be safe, we're gonna do the same thing and weave this one in. I'm not too worried about this one getting to the other side of the sprout, or leaf, but we're still gonna leave it in a little bit. That's pretty much enough. Just make sure it's extra secure, and then I'll do the same thing and I'll tie a little knot. Especially for things like granny squares, I do this also. With the magic circle, we'll go around and around the magic circle to fasten it off and weave in the end really good. And then I'll tie a knot, and then I make sure I have a pretty long tail for the last end. And then I'll tie a knot in that as well. Just because I really don't want my pieces falling apart, because I work hard on them. So, I personally save my yarn extras that I cut off at the end for stuffing, so I have a little baggie for that. And here is our finished sprout bookmark. So, that is all I have for you guys. If the tutorial was helpful or you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Monday and Friday, I post crochet tutorials just like this. And every Wednesday, I post a crochet vlog. So make sure to check those out. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post. And make sure to drop a comment down below for more tutorial requests that you have, any kinds of videos you want to see, questions you have, stuff like that. And I also have all of my social media linked in the description, as well as links to my website and my Etsy shop. So if you like this sprout bookmark and you don't want to or don't know how to make it, I have more up on both my shop and my Etsy, my website and my Etsy. And then, you know, you can check out some other stuff. I've got lots of options on there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.